As you can see, we have a different setting for today because we have a different video. We are doing an unboxing. This is a book that I wrote. It just came. Let's open it together. But first, let me answer maybe a question that you might have. Why did I write a book? And the answer is in the book itself. There is a question that I ask myself often, not every day, but maybe a couple of times each month. If I were to die tonight, would I die a happy man? Most of the time, the answer is yes. But if the answer is no, then there should be something that I do to change that. And there were two things that I sort of regret in my life. The first one is all the lost time. All the time that has been lost doing things that I should not have been doing, procrastinating, it's lost. I will never get it back. So this is one regret. Writing this book has helped me deal with that. And the second regret that I should have in my life would be to die never publishing a book. And that's why I decided to write this book. Before I tell you what is it, let's open it now. Let's hope I don't hear anything. I can already tell you it's a little smaller than I thought. Okay, nice. Seems unreal, to be honest. So what this book about? Amor Fati, a story of a dance with destiny. It's a story of my life. Everything in this book, let's just say the last 15 years of my life, not since the beginning. So you might wonder why someone at the age of 30 will write a book about himself. That should be like the most arrogant action that anyone could take. There are the people who did it. There's a book, a guy here named, here's the book. Some guy named Barack Obama at the age of 30 wrote a book about himself. There's another one, the one who's, what's his name? JD something. Okay. So there are other people at the age of 30 who wrote books about themselves. And it's not that I'm comparing myself to these people saying that I will be like them. It's not like that. I think everyone has a different story and we have to share it with the world. If you don't want to share it with the world, at least you learn through your story, you go through your own life, the things that you did, you have an exam in life. That's the word I'm looking for. And this is what I decided to do, to write a book about myself. I know it looks a little selfish, but it is not just about on my life. It is not a book on my life. It's a book about my life and the things I learned from it. About investing, why I became an investor. I was a physicist, so why did I change that career in physics where I was quite successful to become a full-time investor? The GameStop story is in this. There's also the story of why I became a capitalist, because maybe you don't know, at least 10 years ago I was a total communist. So what made me change from going to money is the root of all evil to going to the extreme that money is the root of all good, and now a little more in the middle. I'm still a capitalist, but I won't say that money is everything in life. So what actually gives a meaningful life? All the answers that I found, I'm not going to say that this is the right answer. It's not a religion that I was starting, but all the answers that I tried to find in life is in this book. And if you want, you can find it on Amazon. I still can't believe that it's here. I'm not someone who's going to cry because of the book, but just to have it in my hand right now. Let me tell you about the title. Well, the title is Amor Fati, which means to love one's destiny, to love one's fate. And it is a concept that originated from Stoicism. I don't know if you noticed, but when I record video, in the usual setting, we have this statue of Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor and also a philosopher, who wrote a very famous book, The Meditations. It is about Stoicism. I won't call myself a Stoic anymore. And if you want to know the story of why I don't call myself a Stoic, please read this book. But the concept of Amor Fati itself, why it originated in Stoicism, it is more associated today with Friedrich Nietzsche, one of my favorite philosophers, one of my greatest influences in my life. And even Nietzsche, I don't agree with him 100%, but he influenced me a lot. As an investor, this is something important, to love one's faith, because you're going to make big mistakes as an investor. Not just as an investor, in your life you're going to make big mistakes, but you cannot just take that in a negative way and build the rest of your life on that. And it's just about the mistakes. Even the good things that you make, you cannot just keep celebrating. You need to move forward. So it's about loving your faith from the beginning till the end. The life that you have lived so far, you don't want to change anything in that. In my book, it starts in my mother's grave. When I was at the age of 15, my mother passed away. So it's one of the worst things that ever happened to me. But please read the book. I'm not going to tell you the story. It's something that I don't want to be changed in my life. I don't want, if I could bring my mother back, of course, a part of me want that, but also a part of me want that, accepts that if she did not go, I would not be where I am today. So there are many challenges I face in my life. I've been broke so many times, sometimes making videos about investing and being broke in real life. 2020, I almost lost everything, but I came back because I love my faith. And each time I was confident in myself to keep going forward. This is the story I talk about in this book. All the bad things, all the good things I did are here. If I were to die today and I meet God, this is the book I will present to him. Here are all my sins. What's the best deal you've got? Everything is written there. I'm very honest with what I wrote. It's the best way you can move forward in life. And you don't have to write it. As I told you, it's just examining your life. For me, that's the best way to examine my life, is to write and to share it. Because I want to change the world. And in 30 years, this book, I'm sure if everything that I plan to do, people will still be reading it. Maybe tomorrow people won't be reading it. Maybe next week, nobody's going to buy this book, and it's okay, I don't care. But in 30 years, if everything goes as I'm supposed to work to go for it, I hope people will be reading this book. And to know, maybe 30 years from now, I'm not going to agree with everything I wrote, but still, it's my evolution as a human being on this planet. I don't know where I'm going, but it's an interesting journey. Life is an interesting journey. As an investor, as a human being, it's an interesting journey. And as an investor, it is much more important, I believe, to have this principle in your life that whatever happens, you have to love it. It's getting a little dark here. I'm not talking about the video, dark in terms of sunlight. Even Toby wants to enter inside to go to sleep. Let's bring Toby in the video. So if you don't know, this is Toby. I hope you enjoyed the book. It's available on Amazon, all the different stores. You will find it. And please, whether you like the book or not, if you have read it, please leave a review on Goodreads, on Amazon, because it's going to help me. This is not the last book I'm writing. I'm writing another one about investing, which might interest you more about investing. But for me to become a better writer, I have to learn about the mistakes I made in this one. Have a nice day and goodbye. Okay, Toby, let's go.